Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Yi-Cheng, your Mandarin teacher online. Today is part 2 of our dōu, this character series, and it is in our grammar growth series. So this word is very useful and it can be used in many different meaning and sentence structure. It can combine with the other character to form an even more different or complete meaning in a sentence structure. For example, today's episode is specific talking about how to express every using may, this character, to combine with dōu, this word. I'm going to mainly explain this part in this video, and then we will talk about more other usage in future videos. So let's jump right into our part 2 of the dōu character grammar growth. So in Mandarin, dōu already means like all or both as adverb by itself. When we actually want to say every da 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 or each da da da, we like to use with may, this word. The literal meaning is every, the noun, all da da da, or each, the noun, all da da da. It doesn't sound right in English. That's why I even put the all in the bracket, because of the English translation just sounds so weird. But in Mandarin, you do need to use them together to make it a more complete sentence. If you actually really want to choose, omitting may and then keep your dōu is actually more accurate than using may but not combining with dōu. So need to be very careful with this concept of may and dōu relationship. It will be easier and more clear if you check out our dōu part 1 in the grammar growth series before you jump right into this may combined with dōu episode. Now let's take a look of using may on the subject part. May plus your measure word for the noun. This is our subject for the sentence. And then you put dōu. So it means this dōu is emphasizing on the subject. And then you plus verb. If you have object, you put it after the verb. Or if your sentence is not talking about the verb, then you can use adjective as well. The translation is more like every da da da, all, and then the verb or adjective. Again, the all translation here is pretty odd in English because you have every, then why is it all? If you use each translation, then why is it all here? That's why you don't really need to translate it, but I will still put it here just in case it kind of like help better for remembering the structure in Mandarin. And also in part 1 of the dōu grammar growth, I explained where to put your subject object, where to put your dōu, and then how to structure them to make it really make the dōu to emphasize on either subject or object. Definitely check it out if you are still not familiar with the base of the dōu structure, so that it will be easier and more clear for you to watch the following episode for dōu structure. First one, 每个人都喜欢他。每个人都喜欢他。Every person. Person, the measure word is 个. So every person. And then our dōu to emphasize all of every single person, like him. Next one. 每只猫都很可爱。每只猫都很可爱。Every single cat, every cat. So 只 is the measure word for most of the animal. 每只猫, and then our dōu here emphasize all of every cat are cute. 很可爱. So two third tone together, the one at the back remain as how it is, which is third tone. The one in front of it become second tone. So 很可爱. Every cat, all is cute. Like all of every cat is cute. All of every cat are cute. Whatever the English translation is, this is the sentence structure in Mandarin. And the English translation is gonna be kind of odd to translate it directly or literally. Next one, if we want to use may on our object, then you have your subject and then you need to have your object. So you definitely need to check out the dōu part 1 to know how to put your object, subject, and dōu to make the correct structure using dōu character. 美 plus major word plus noun. This part is our object in this sentence structure. And then our dōu, and then our verb. In English, it is more like subject, verb, every, the noun. 他每个人都喜欢。他每个人都喜欢。Again, here the Google Translate didn't choose the ge into the neutral tone. When it is measure word, it's pronounced as neutral tone like this, but this one it doesn't change. But be careful, it's ge, neutral tone. So 他 subject, 每个人 everyone 都喜欢. Translate into he likes every person. He likes all of the every person. This whole part is our object, and this is our dōu. Next, we are talking about using 美 with dōu, but it's for time phrase instead of a noun. It emphasizes on doing something as often as the 美 and then period of time, or such often, or repeatedly. How to say this word? Repeatedly. Repeatedly, I think. Okay. In English translation, it's more like subject, do the verb, every like every year he do that. Every year they do that. And then it has the hidden kind of like a meaning, feeling of this is how often they do this thing. Let's look at example here. 我每天都刷牙。我每天都刷牙。我刷牙already means I brush teeth. 我每天刷牙 already means I brush teeth every day. Using the dōu here kind of like emphasize even more like I brush my teeth this often. It's an emphasis, attitude, and tone of talking instead of really need to translate the dōu in this kind of 美 dōu time phrase structure. So I brush my teeth every day. 我每天都刷牙。Next one. 他们每年都出国去旅行。他们每年都出国去旅行。So the base of this sentence is they go abroad to travel. 他们出国去旅行。他们出国去旅行。They go abroad to travel, or they go abroad traveling. And then now we want to add into our time phrase 每年. So it becomes 他们每年出国去旅行. They every year go abroad to travel. Now I want to add in the tone of like my feeling, how I feel about they do this as often as every single year, like such often, like repeatedly. Then I put in my dōu right after this every da. Then it becomes 他们每年都出国去旅行. This is how often they go abroad to travel. It's every single year. Like, wow, they do this every single year? Kind of attitude and tone. Next one. 他每次都迟到。他每次都迟到。每次 means every time. Every time he is late. So be careful. If you want to say he is late, you actually need to say 他迟到了。他迟到了. It is an emphasis of like, at that moment when I say this, he is in this updated situation, which is he is late. Or in other way is the meaning of like, he is late already. 他迟到了. But when you wanna say 每次, like as often as something, this is kind of like happen all the time. This is not something at that moment only. So you don't use le at the end. And then you use 每次都 means emphasizing on this is how often he is late. 他每次都迟到. 他每次都迟到. He's late every time. Okay, so we have a couple phrases here besides 每天 every day, besides 每年 every year, and then 每次 every time. We also have 每个月 every month. 每天晚上 if you want to be more specific, it means every night. 每个星期 every week. You can also use 每周 is also every week. 每个礼拜 is also every week. But in Taiwan, I would say we use 每个星期 the most, and then 每个礼拜. The least one that is used is 每周, but it doesn't mean we don't understand. We understand. It's just we don't use it that much. And then the last one is also in our example, which is 每次 every time. So let's review a little bit. This video is shorter than the dōu part 1, so we do have some more time to go through the sentences. 每个人都喜欢他，每个人都喜欢他。Everyone all likes him. 每只猫都很可爱，每只猫都很可爱。I didn't say the translation according to the Mandarin structure anyway. Every cat all is cute. I already said the 个 here. Be careful as a measure word. You do need to say neutral tone instead of forced tone. 他每个人都喜欢，他每个人都喜欢。He likes all of every single person. 我每天都刷牙，我每天都刷牙。I brush teeth every day. 他们每年都出国去旅行，他们每年都出国去旅行。They go abroad traveling, or they go abroad to travel every year. It's fine if you want to omit the 去 here and just say 他们每年都出国旅行 go abroad traveling without saying 去 here. 他每次都迟到，他每次都迟到。He is late every time. And then we have 每个月 every month, 每天晚上 every night, 每个星期 every week, and also you can use 每周 or 每个礼拜。每次 every time, the same as in the example. So that would be our dōu part 2 in our grammar growth series. Making this kind of content on the slide or PDF is probably more difficult than recording the video, because I have been explaining this kind of grammar in my one-on-one lesson with my students, but like making it into a easier to see kind of PDF, my personality of trying to make it 100% satisfying will cause me kind of like wait so long until I really be happy with and then start recording. So now I'm kind of like trying to remind myself, like, as long as the PDF is clear enough, and then I can explain as clear as possible in the video, then that is good. Instead of like spending a ton of time trying to make the PDF or slides like 100% easier to read, and then I don't have the time, or I keep waiting and then not recording. So this is my situation right now. But anyway, I feel this kind of videos are fun to make. And if you enjoy it, please give me a like so that I know you also like this kind of video. I would like to make more. If you have some like grammar point you would like me to explain, feel free to comment down below. You can also book one-on-one lesson on my Koji page service option, or you register through my italki link, which is at my referral link this part. You can get $5 credit once you book, purchase $20 credit on the platform. It doesn't even need to be my lessons. It can be with other teachers. It can be with learning other languages as well. You can also support my work through donating here, and there are different options of the price. It's like $1, $2, and so on. If you like today's file, definitely go to the snack size learning part and download the PDF for free. You can also send me audio message about what you learned today, and then maybe record your sentences. I will send you the audio feedback as well. So that would be it for our dōu part 2 in our grammar growth series. Thank you for watching the video and watching me explaining this grammar point. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.